Can you explain the whole process of putting a play together from a text point of view?
Oh my god. Okay, so from like the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
where we pick the play or where we have the play and then we have rehearsal?
Well, since you're stage manager, so let's start from the beginning. So like from the whole casting.
Okay, casting was a mess. I don't know, you watch 70, 80, 100 people come in and audition. You have to organize them, you have to make sure they all have their stuff together, and then you go into casting. And after casting, it's always World War. After everyone's crying that they didn't get something, or they're complaining about that they didn't get a lead in their seniority. But from and it just shut off.
Me too.
Since casting, we've had people drop and complain about parts, but I think in any show that's a big step. And I also think that if you get assigned a certain role, you should put your all into it, whether it's a minor role or a lead. We have a lot of great underclassmen doing leads this show. I wish all of them would go to rehearsals, but that's different. I don't know, I feel like it's stressful, but in the end it always comes together.
So after it's casting, how many rehearsals, like briefly, like around how many rehearsals can they have with their scripts in their hand?
We casted this show in January. We got our scripts in March. We've blocked 3 scenes. The show opens in less than a month. Scripts in hands. I'd say as long as you don't have your script in hand when we run Hell Week, which is going to be an actual week this year, then we're fine. As long as you know your lines before then.
So, so how does the set get built? Like, how many texts do you actually need, or do the actors help build too?
Some actors try to help build sets, and when you give people who pretend to be other people power drills, they pretend to know how it works, and it doesn't turn out good. We have a construction crew and a set crew. Set crew helps designs and construction. We have 2 main construction, Ed Jaimez and Steve Monzo. So far, the set is not even thought of. It's thought of, but it's not put together on paper. But to build a set, I think there's at least 10 to 13.
Are sets usually built from scratch, or do we like rent them?
For Hairspray, it's different than every other show we've done. Every other show we build our own sets. Hairspray, we actually are renting some of the set pieces from Huntington High School, which I'm very glad, because if we had to do the signs and if they didn't come out good, I'd probably cry.
And you guys have like specific tech jobs for the show, right?
Yeah, we have lighting, sound, mic wrangler, people on mics, people to pull curtains, people to put sets on, sets off, props, costumes, head construction, and a lot more that I can't think about right now.
And the process of choosing those people to do that, is it just like the process of casting the show?
I think a lot more goes into picking text. Markham Morse doesn't see it like that, but I think it's more of who can you depend on, who do you know won't crack under pressure. I feel like it's a lot more, because texts, I want to say do a lot more. We do more physical and labor than the actors do, but a lot of stuff does happen, and you need to be quick on your feet, and there's a lot more that goes into being a tech.
So during the show, where do the techs stay?
In their designated spots. They have, if you're running sound, you're in the booth. If you're running lights, you're in the booth. If you're helping moving sets on, sets off, you're going to be backstage. It just depends what job you have, but techs should always stay in their designated spot, because you never know when something's going to happen.
And as stage manager, how much responsibility do you think you have? Like, what are your specific jobs?
just making sure that everyone knows their Steve, stop. Making sure that everyone knows their place. I don't know, stage manager. I wanted to stage manage the show since I told Chris last year that I wanted to do Hairspray. Just being in charge of everybody and keeping a level head. Making sure that the show actually does come together and everyone's on top of what they're supposed to be. Making sure Mark Morris is on top of what he's supposed to be. This show's different because we have 2 stage managers, so Mark Morris gets yelled at a lot more than the past, but I think it'll work.